Should you buy or rent your nursery building? Deciding between buying or renting a building for your nursery is one of the most significant choices that you'll make. It's not just a decision based on financial commitment, it's a decision that impacts your daily operations, your long-term growth, and the flexibility that you have to adapt to changes. Each option has its own advantages and drawbacks, and the right choice will depend on your situation and your future plans. But in this video, I'll break down options in a simple and clear way to help you figure out which option suits you best. But before we get into all that, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel Open Nursery with myself, Kurt Lianya, where I support you to open, run, and grow your own childcare business. If this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe, as I post lots of videos all helping you to open your own nursery, from why a nursery is the best business to open to what the ongoing costs are for running a nursery. No matter what your goals are, there's lots here on the channel to support you. But let's get straight into it, starting with the case for renting. Renting is often the go-to option for those starting a nursery business. One of the biggest advantages of this is the lower initial costs. With renting, you'll usually need to pay a deposit and potentially the first few months rent, which is significantly less than the down payment required to purchase a property. This lower cost can help free up valuable funds to invest in other areas like equipment, staff training, or marketing. Flexibility is another key benefit of renting. If your nursery grows quickly, or if you discover a better location down the line, a lease agreement allows you to relocate much easier than if you own the property. This adaptability is particularly important in the early stages of your business, where changes are more likely. Another advantage of renting a building is a reduced responsibility for maintenance. In most rental agreements, landlords take care of the major repairs within the building as well as the property upkeep. This can help save you time and money, allowing you to focus on the day-to-day running of your nursery. However, there are some downsides to renting that you should keep in mind. While renting may seem more straightforward, it comes with its challenges. The most significant downside is that you're not building equity. Every rent payment that you make contributes to your landlord's investment, not your own. Over time, this can feel like a missed opportunity, especially if your business becomes very successful. Another issue is the potential for rent increases. At the end of your lease, or even within the lease, your landlord could raise the rent, which might stretch your budget, or even force you to relocate unexpectedly. This lack of control over your costs can make long-term financial planning more difficult. Renting also limits your ability to customize your property. Want to make significant changes, like building a new play area or modifying the layout, you'll likely need your landlord's permission, and even then, some requests may be denied. These limitations can be frustrating if you're trying to create a space that perfectly fits your vision for your nursery. Now let's talk about the case for buying. Buying your nursery building, on the other hand, is a long-term investment. The biggest advantage of this is that your mortgage payments build equity in your property. Instead of paying rent each month to a landlord, you're putting money into an asset which can grow over time. This can help to build financial security as well as a sense of accomplishment. Another benefit of ownership is that you have full control over the property. You can make changes to the building without needing anyone's approval to an extent. Some changes may need planning permission, and this does depend on the listing type for your building. But generally, as long as the changes are within the building, planning permission is not needed, and it allows you to make changes to things like redesign your classroom, adding outdoor play areas, or upgrading facilities. This freedom lets you tailor your space to suit your nursery's needs and goals. Owning the property also gives you predictable costs. With a fixed rate mortgage, your monthly payments remain stable, unlike rent, which can increase over time. This stability can help with long-term financial planning, giving you peace of mind. Additionally, owning the building can enhance your credibility with parents as well as other partners that you might want to engage with, as it shows a level of commitment and permanence that renting may not convey. So another factor to consider is the renovation and customization costs, which applies to both renting and buying, but in very different ways. When renting, landlords often limit the amount of modifications you can make to the property, and even when they approve, you might have to pay to put those changes back when your lease ends, or you may have to leave them within the property, in both scenarios leaving you out of pocket. Buying, on the other hand, gives you complete freedom to customize your building to suit your nursery's needs. Whether it's creating a sensory playroom, adding outdoor equipment, or redesigning the interior layout, the choice is yours. However, These changes come at a cost, and as the property owner, you will bear full financial responsibility. Renovation costs can quickly add up, especially if the building requires significant changes to meet health and safety standards. Balancing these costs with your budget is key. Before making any changes, always account for the time and money it will take to complete the work, especially if it delays opening your nursery. If you're considering buying, it's a good idea to have a clear plan for renovations before making the purchase. Again, just as renting, despite the many benefits of buying a building, there are some challenges. The upfront costs are significantly higher when buying a nursery compared to renting. You will need a substantial down payment, closing costs, and additional funds for renovations or any upgrades that the property requires. For many new nursery owners, this financial hurdle is difficult to overcome. Ownership also comes with full responsibility for maintenance and repairs. If the roof leaks, the heating system breaks, or the building needs a fresh coat of paint, it's entirely up to you to fix it and pay for it. These costs can quickly add up and require budgeting for. Buying a property also reduces your flexibility. If your nursery outgrows a space, or if market conditions make your location less desirable, selling the property on or leasing the property is a much more complicated process than simply ending a lease. This lack of mobility can be a significant disadvantage, especially in the early stages of your business. So it's important to note that the financial cost isn't the only consideration that you should be thinking about when deciding whether to buy or to rent. Location plays a crucial role. A nursery needs to be easily accessible for parents and for staff. Whether you rent or buy, the building should be close to schools, residential areas, or workplaces. Renting does offer more flexibility to allow you to test the location without committing long term. If foot traffic or local demand isn't as expected, you can relocate after the lease ends. Buying, on the other hand, locks you into a location. While this can be a good thing if the area thrives, it could also be a risk if the neighborhood changes or demand decreases. Accessibility also means ensuring the property meets the needs of your clients. So is there enough parking? Are there public transport links nearby? These are vital factors that will influence a parent's choice to use your nursery. Even the layout of the property matters, so often ground floor spaces are usually preferred for ease of access, especially for pushchairs and wheelchairs. So some key considerations when deciding whether to rent or buy. The first thing to consider is your financial situation. If you're just starting out and need to conserve funds for other areas of a business, then renting is probably the better choice for you. However, if you have the capital and a clear long-term vision, then buying could be a smart investment. Your business plan plays a critical role in the deciding factor. Are you planning to expand or relocate in the near future? If so, then the flexibility of renting might align closely with your goals. On the other hand, if you're confident in your location and want to establish a permanent presence, then buying would offer the stability and control that you need. There's also the issue of the local property market, which there are specific rules governing investment by foreign investors. The final consideration is your impact on tax. Some advantages which come with purchasing your property is that you can offset some of the costs like your mortgage interest and your property tax. So overall, when it comes to renting or buying your building, you should first consider your goals, then your capacity to generate the necessary capital, and choose an option which best aligns with your business plan. It's not a matter of which one is right or wrong to do, it's just whichever's right for your circumstances and for your nursery. Be sure to weigh up both options and invest the time to make sure that the decision is right for you. I do hope this has helped clear up the pros and cons of renting versus buying and has helped you to make a more informed decision. If it has, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos helping you to open, run and grow your nursery. If you do want more support opening your nursery, then I'd love to help you. Simply click the link that's in the description or that's on the screen now and tell me a bit more about your plans. I'm here to help. But until next time, God bless.